The next is A.J. Ditmar, followed by Scott Smith. And Scott will be our last speaker for the public comment this afternoon. A.J., you're in order.
I'm A.J. Ditmar, and I live on the northwest side. I was born in Cedar Rapids, but my little brother was born in Fort Hood, Texas, where my dad served in the military. My godparents still live there. My godfather's been a police officer for more than 25 years. My mother has also worked for the police department as a dispatcher. Sometimes I went to work with her. One of the most important things that I took away from living in Texas is a unique understanding of the police subculture, the blue curtain. For those of you who don't know what the blue curtain is, it's best explained as the unique subculture that law enforcement and their family has. They have each other's backs, and they will cover for each other simply to protect their reputation and because of that unique bond that they have. A formal written request for an outside investigation is being formulated as I speak by a group that was created in December of 2010. It's called Cop Watchers. This group has 61 members from all walks of life who are concerned about the conduct of the Cedar Rapids Police Department. Several members have contacted the state's ombudsman requesting that an outside investigation be conducted. Even though we are the second largest city in the state, the Cop Watchers group was told by the ombudsman that they didn't have enough resources to conduct such an investigation. So we were told to have somebody come here and talk about it at a public meeting. Our Cop Watcher Forum conducted a survey. We wanted to know what the three main issues were. What we came up with was public relations, internal affairs, and policy on high-speed pursuits. We like the idea of a citizen review board, but we would like to know who picks the members, what kind of people are going to be sought for this board, and how would we know that these members weren't related to police officers. The majority of our group feels it's unethical for the police to investigate themselves. For example, when the sleepy officer was identified, Sergeant Hamblin said, "Whatever results from any internal investigation, the results are not likely to be made public." She continued to say that if an employee of a private company gets disciplined, that those details aren't usually shared with coworkers, that the same rule applies to police officers. Since when was our police department privately owned? Don't we pay their salary? Who holds the police accountable when they don't hold themselves accountable or responsible? When the unidentified CRPD K-9 officer was caught at the bar in Marion, he wasn't charged with an OWI, and he was clearly intoxicated. The Cedar Rapids Police was notified about this incident the same day that it happened, yet it took 20 days for this to become public knowledge. Hamblin declined to say if the officer had already been interviewed, saying that it was a confidential personnel matter. She said investigators would be talking to witnesses. She also said anytime there's an incident with an officer, we investigate it just like a criminal matter, not because it was, but because there are things that are against their policy. We hold ourselves to a higher standard. Aren't criminals listed in the paper within days after they break the law? Why is it that they're not held to the same standard as the public? Do they not live by the same rules that we're obligated to live by? This is just the tip of the iceberg. I have a great deal of respect for anybody who wants to protect the United States Constitution. I have a degree in criminal justice. I graduated with honors. I've taken both law enforcement and correctional courses. I have to say that the public's perception of the police here is not good, and it's not going to change, and the city will not become a safer place until these critical internal issues are solved. Thank you.
Thank you, A.J.